Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Talk Podcast. We're so happy you are spending your time with us today.
Hi, everyone. This is Tom speaking. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are listening from.
Today, we have a very useful grammar topic. It's simple, but many learners still feel confused about it.
Yes, and that topic is how to use can and could. These two small words are very powerful in English.
You hear them every day in conversations, at school, at work, in movies, and even in coffee shops.
That's right. And if you use them correctly, your English will sound much more natural and confident.
Let's start with can. Can is usually used to talk about ability.
Yes, ability means something you are able to do. For example, I can swim.
That means I have the skill to swim. It's something I know how to do.
Another example is she can speak English. It tells us she has that ability.
We also use can for possibility. For example, it can be very cold at night.
That doesn't mean it is cold now. It means it is possible.
Now let's talk about could. Could is often the past form of can.
Yes, for example, when I was 5, I could swim. It talks about ability in the past.
So if today I say, I can drive, that means I know how to drive now.
But if I say I could drive when I was 18, I'm talking about my ability in the past.
But could is not only for the past. It is also used to be polite.
Exactly, and this is very important. For example, could you help me?
That sounds softer and more polite than, can you help me?
Both are correct, but could sounds more respectful.
Let's imagine we are in a cafe. I want to ask for a glass of water.
You could say, can I have some water? That is normal and correct.
But if I say, could I have some water? It sounds a little more polite.
Yes, especially when speaking to strangers, could is often better.
So let's compare quickly. Can is more direct.
Could is softer and more polite.
Can talks about present ability.
Could talks about past ability or polite requests.
Tom, can you speak French?
I can understand a little, but I can't speak it fluently.
Interesting. When you were a child, could you ride a bike?
Yes, I could ride a bike when I was 7. It was my favorite activity.
See, everyone? That's how natural this grammar is in conversation.
Some learners say, I can to swim.
But that is incorrect. After can and could, we do not use to.
So we say, I can swim, not I can to swim.
That's a very important rule.
Now, let's talk about negative sentences. For can, the negative form is cannot or can't.
For example, I can't drive. That means I do not have the ability.
For could, the negative is could not or couldn't.
For example, I couldn't swim when I was 5. That shows no ability in the past.
Don't worry if this feels confusing at first. Practice will make it clearer.
Try to use can and could in your daily conversations.
Even simple sentences help. Small steps create strong grammar.
In the next part, we will talk about using can and could for requests and permission.
We will also practice real-life situations so you can use them naturally.
Stay with us. We're really glad you're still here with us.
Yes, thank you for continuing to listen. In this part, we're going deeper into real-life usage.
In part 1, we talked about ability and basic meaning. Now we'll focus on requests and permission.
This is where can and could become very practical. You use them every single day.
Let's start with permission. If you want to do something, you often ask politely.
For example, you're in a classroom. You want to open the window.
You can say, can I open the window? That is correct and common.
But if you want to sound more polite, you can say, could I open the window?
Both sentences ask for permission. The difference is the tone.
Could sounds softer and more respectful, especially in formal situations.
Now, let's look at requests. When you want someone to help you.
For example, you're carrying many bags. You need assistance.
You might say, can you help me? That is friendly and normal.
But if you say, could you help me? It sounds more polite and gentle.
It shows consideration. It feels less direct.
English is not only about grammar, it's also about tone.
Exactly. The words may be similar, but the feeling changes.
Can you close the door? Sounds like a simple request,
Could you close the door? Feels more respectful.
especially when speaking to a boss, a teacher, or someone older.
Imagine you're at work. You need a report from your colleague.
If you say, can you send me the report? It sounds okay, but direct.
If you say, could you send me the report, please? It sounds professional and polite.
Adding please makes it even better. Politeness always helps.
Now, let's imagine we're at a restaurant. We want to order food.
You could say, can I have a coffee? That's very common.
Or you could say, could I have a coffee, please? That sounds a bit more formal.
Both are correct. It depends on the situation.
In casual places, can is fine. In more formal places, could feels better.
There's another interesting use of could. We can use it to make suggestions.
Yes, that's very useful. For example, we could go to the park.
That means it's one possible idea, not a strong decision, just a suggestion.
If I say, we can go to the park, it sounds more like ability or possibility.
But we could go to the park sounds softer and optional.
Sometimes learners ask, is could always more polite?
Most of the time, yes, but it also depends on your tone of voice.
If you sound angry, even could won't sound polite.
That's true. Language and emotion work together.
Let's do a short role play. I'll start.
Great, I'm ready.
Excuse me, could you tell me where the bank is?
Of course. You can walk straight and turn left.
Thank you. Could I also ask how long it takes to get there?
It can take about 10 minutes. It's not very far.
That conversation sounds natural, right?
Yes, and we used both words correctly.
There's one thing to remember. We don't use could for present ability.
That's right. We don't say, I could swim now.
If you mean present ability, you say, I can swim.
Could for ability usually talks about the past.
If you want to improve your speaking, practice these sentences out loud.
Try asking questions with both words. Notice the difference in feeling.
You don't need long sentences. Short ones are perfect.
Confidence grows with practice, not with perfection.
In part 3, we will talk about more advanced uses of can and could.
We'll explore possibility, probability, and common mistakes learners make.
So don't stop here.
Stay with us for the next part.
We're really enjoying this conversation today.
Yes, this topic is simple on the surface, but it has many layers.
In this part, we're going to talk about possibility. This is where many learners feel unsure.
Don't worry, we'll explain everything step by step.
Let's begin with can and possibility. We often use can to talk about general facts.
For example, it can get very hot in April. That means it is possible in general.
Another example is, people can make mistakes.
That sentence shows general truth. It doesn't refer to one specific time.
So, can is strong when talking about general possibility. It describes what is able to happen.
Now let's look at could. We use could for specific or uncertain possibility.
For example, it could rain later. That means maybe yes, maybe no.
It expresses uncertainty. We are not 100% sure.
If I say, she could be at home, I'm guessing.
I don't know for sure. It's only a possibility.
So, what's the difference? It's about certainty and situation.
Can is often used for general facts. Could is used for uncertain situations.
For example, driving fast can be dangerous.
That is a general truth.
But if I say, driving fast could be dangerous tonight,
That sounds more specific. Maybe the roads are wet.
now let's move to past possibility. This is slightly more advanced.
We use could have to talk about something possible in the past.
For example, she could have missed the bus.
That means it is possible she missed it, but we are not sure.
Another example is, I could have called you.
That suggests ability in the past, but maybe the action didn't happen.
Sometimes could have shows regret.
For example, I could have studied harder.
That means I had the opportunity, but I didn't do it.
It's very common in English. People use it when thinking about the past.
Let's practice question forms now. How do we make a question with can?
We simply move can to the beginning. For example, can you swim?
For could, we do the same.
For example, could you wait for me? The structure is simple.
Modal verbs are easy in structure. They don't change with he or she.
Yes, we say she can dance, not she cans dance.
Let's also look at negative possibility. For example, that can't be true.
Can't here shows strong disbelief. It means you are almost sure it is not true.
If I say, he couldn't be serious.
That expresses doubt. You think it is unlikely.
Let's imagine we're planning a picnic. The weather looks strange.
You might say, it could rain this afternoon.
That shows uncertainty. We're not completely sure.
If someone says, it can rain a lot in this season,
That's a general fact. It's about the season in general.
let's practice a short dialogue. I'll start.
Go ahead.
Why is Anna late?
She could be stuck in traffic. There was an accident earlier.
That makes sense. It can take a long time to move during rush hour.
See how we used both words naturally? They fit different purposes.
Many learners overthink grammar, but real communication is simpler.
Focus on meaning first. Ask yourself what you want to express.
Are you talking about ability? Use can.
Are you talking about polite requests or uncertain possibility? Use could.
When you practice daily, it becomes automatic.
Try making 5 sentences with can today. Then make 5 with could.
Say them out loud. Your mouth needs practice too.
Language is not only in the brain, it lives in your voice.
And mistakes are normal. They are part of growth.
In part 4, we will talk about common mistakes learners make.
We'll also share practical tips to sound more natural.
Don't miss it. We're really happy you're still learning with us.
Yes, thank you for staying until this part. Now we're going to talk about common mistakes.
This section is very important because small mistakes can change meaning.
But don't worry, every learner makes mistakes.
One very common mistake is saying, I can to speak English.
That sentence is incorrect. We never use to after modal verbs.
So we say, I can speak English.
And also, she could drive when she was young.
Remember, modal verbs are followed by the base verb.
Another common mistake is using could for present ability.
For example, I could swim now.
That sounds wrong if you mean today. You should say, I can swim now.
Could for ability usually talks about the past, so be careful with time. Some learners ask, what about may?
Good question. May is also used for permission.
For example, may I come in?
That sounds very formal, more formal than can I come in?
In daily conversation, can and could are more common.
If you want to sound natural, use contractions.
For example, I can't instead of I cannot.
Or couldn't instead of could not. This sounds more like real conversation.
Native speakers often use contractions. It makes speech smoother.
A great way to practice is by asking questions.
Try simple ones like, can you help me?
Then change it to, could you help me?
Listen carefully to the difference. Notice how the tone feels softer.
Use these words in daily life, even in small situations.
For example, can I sit here?
Or when calling someone, could you speak a little slower?
The more you use them, the more confident you become.
Watch movies or listen to podcasts. Notice how people use can and could.
You'll hear sentences like, could you pass me the salt?
Or that can be difficult sometimes.
Exposure helps your brain remember patterns.
Let's practice again. I'll start with a scenario.
All right, I'm ready.
Excuse me, could you tell me the time?
Sure, it's 3 p.m. You can check the clock over there, too.
Thank you. Could I borrow your pen for a moment?
Of course you can. Here you go.
That conversation feels smooth and natural.
Yes, and we use both words correctly.
Remember, grammar is a tool. It helps you communicate clearly.
But don't be afraid to speak, even if you're not perfect.
Confidence grows through action, not through silence.
Speak slowly if needed. Clarity is more important than speed.
Let's review quickly. Can is for present ability and general possibility.
Could is for past ability, polite requests, and uncertain possibility.
After both words, use the base verb.
And avoid adding to.
In the final part, we'll summarize everything we learned.
We'll also give you a small challenge to practice after this episode.
Stay with us for part 5. We're almost there.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final part of today's episode. We are so proud of you for listening until the end.
Yes, thank you for staying with us. It shows that you are serious about improving your English.
Today, we talked about can and could, two small words with very big importance.
And now let's review everything in a simple way so you leave this episode feeling confident.
First, we learned that can talks about present ability. For example, I can speak English.
And could talks about past ability. For example, I could swim when I was 5.
Then we learned about permission. Can I open the door?
And for more polite permission, could I open the door?
We also talked about requests. Can you help me?
And the softer version, could you help me?
Then we discussed possibility. It can be very hot in summer.
And uncertain possibility. It could rain later.
These words are everywhere in English. You use them in daily conversation.
If you understand them clearly, your speaking will feel smoother.
You won't hesitate as much. You won't feel confused.
And your sentences will sound more natural. People will understand you easily.
Now we want to give you a small challenge. After this episode, practice 5 sentences with can.
Then practice 5 sentences with could. Say them out loud.
For example, I can cook dinner.
Or, could you explain that again?
You can even record your voice. Listen and improve.
Learning becomes stronger when you actively practice.
Don't wait until your English is perfect. Start using it today.
Mistakes are normal. They are part of your progress.
Every time you speak, you are building experience.
And experience creates confidence.
Tom, I really enjoyed today's topic. It's simple but very useful.
I agree. Sometimes the smallest grammar points are the most powerful.
I hope our listeners feel more comfortable now. Grammar doesn't have to be scary.
Yes, it can actually be interesting. And it can be easy when explained step by step.
And our listeners could become very fluent if they continue practicing like this.
That's absolutely true.
Before we finish, we want to say thank you for listening to English Talk Podcast.
If this episode helped you, please support our channel.
You can subscribe to our podcast, English Talk. It really helps us continue creating lessons for you.
And share this episode with your friends. They can improve their English too.
We release new episodes regularly, so don't miss the next one.
All right, everyone, that's all for today.
Keep practicing, keep speaking,
You can do it.
and you could achieve amazing progress if you stay consistent.
Thank you again for listening.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye for now.